Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Explained. I'm your host Sid Pan, and let's tech news. So welcome to episode what is it? What are we on? 7? I think we're on episode 7 now. So welcome to episode 7 of the Let's Tech News or the Tech News series here on Tech Explained. I'm pretty excited for today's episode, but before we get into anything, I would just like to address something. It's not an issue, but basically my past few videos, my last one and then the one before that, they're not getting as many likes or, views or comments or subscriptions as I would like. And so that's not a complaint, like I'm not begging for them, but it just really, really, really motivates me if you guys just subscribe and hit like, or even if you don't, if you give me a thumbs down, it just if I get some sort of response back, it really, really motivates me to keep making videos. So please, 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 just take the 5 seconds it needs to go down, click the thumbs up or thumbs down button, and subscribe. It just really, really helps me out. It just really keeps me motivated. And I'm not forcing you. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But it just really supports me, and it just makes me happy to see my subs go up and and the likes go up. So off of that note, you guys saw the title, and I know I'm a little bit late to the party. A lot of other people have already talked about this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful new piece of tech here. Pretty sure it was released in 2020, not 2021. Actually, we can confirm when was the Model O okay, when was the Model O wireless released? Yeah, okay, so it wasn't in 2021. So I'm a little bit late to the party. I agree. I'm sorry for that. But I'm here now. And you already know what it is. It's the Model O wireless, baby. It's a beautiful mouse. If you guys haven't seen the mouse and you guys have not looked at you haven't looked at it or you haven't watched videos, I highly recommend to go watch them and to just go check it out because it's such a beautiful piece of tech. It's amazing, and then the price is so good. It's just like it's one of my favorite pieces of tech like ever, and it's my favorite mouse ever as well. So if you don't know already what I'm talking about, and you probably do because I just said it, I'm talking about the glorious Model O wireless. Now the glorious Model O wireless, a lot of people thought that it was just a wireless version of the Model O, but it's actually not. It has some differences, but it's not an exact replica of the Model O, just without the wire. So there was that I just wanted to get clear. There are some drawbacks and there are some advantages to the Model O wireless that the Model O simply did not have. So it's an amazing new wireless gaming mouse that was just released a few months ago. And again, it's the wireless version of the very, very popular Glorious Model O. And basically it has this really cool like honeycomb design, and it can come in two finishes. It comes in a matte finish and then a glossy plastic finish. My favorite, of course, being the matte finish because the glossy finish, I don't know, I think it'd be a little bit too grippy. And when you're gaming, if your hand sweats or you have like if you sweat a lot, or just an average player, if you're gaming hard, then some sweat's gonna get on your mouse. And the glossy finish on mouses, I just typically don't like that because the mouse gets sticky and greasy and slippery, and it's just not ideal for gaming. But the matte finishes, those are pretty cool. Those are pretty good. So it comes in a matte version and a glossy version, and then it has the black and the white color. And it's a really good mouse. It has an amazing sensor. It's an ambidextrous shape. The stock mouse feet aren't ideal. Usually people switch them out for the G floats, but overall it's a really good mouse, and it was really really popular in the Minecraft PvP community. And if you know me, and if you've watched the past few videos on my channel, I've explicitly said that I am a big Minecraft player, and I am a big Minecraft PvP player within the genre of Minecraft players. And so I'm getting the Model O Wireless for my birthday in a few months, and I'm so hyped for that. I can't wait to get it. Now, the special thing of why it's so popular in the Minecraft PvP community right now is because in their software, they have a little setting called the debounce setting. And basically what the debounce setting does is it changes the delay on your mouse of when you click the mouse and then the output you get it on your laptop or whatever, or your computer. So that's the debounce time. So what you can do with the Model O Wireless is that you can actually change the debounce time to 0. And what that does is that there's no delay between clicks, and that means your mouse can double click very, very easily. And in the Minecraft PvP community, getting absurdly high CPS is actually a big deal. And so on this mouse, if you use a certain clicking technique, you can easily get 20 CPS, which is what a lot of Minecraft PvPers shoot for. The first bar is 12 CPS, and then if you can get to it, 20 CPS. But the Model O Wireless just makes it so easy to get to 20 CPS that if you get it, you can basically already get to 20 CPS. And now the price. Usually when companies release their wireless gaming mice, they're pretty expensive. The like a really really good mouse that Logitech put out, like their main mouse, like their poster boy, the Logitech G Pro Wireless. Yeah, I think it's the Logitech G Pro Wireless. Um, a lot of people like that, but it's like 150, 130 bucks. And then Razer, a very well established gaming company, their poster boy for wireless gaming mice, the oh shoot, I forgot what it's called. What is it? The Razer Viper. No. The Razer Viper. There's the Razer Viper Ultimate. Yes, that's what it's called. The Razer Viper Ultimate is pretty expensive as well. I'm pretty sure it's like around the $120 mark. So wireless gaming mice from top brands are very expensive. But Glorious, a very well established gaming brand, their top wireless mouse is only 80 bucks. That's a really, really good deal for what they're selling you. So I very much highly respect the price that Glorious gave it. Now, finishing my rant about probably my favorite uh, mouse. Now onto a rant of my favorite phone. Not of this year, but the favorite phone that I'm probably going to get. So new budget Samsung phones are coming out already in 2021. Now the rise of budget phones from Samsung, they're pretty crazy. Samsung has put so much work into their budget lineup. It's very hard for other companies to compare. You know, because Samsung is a very versatile company, and this is why I prefer Samsung over Apple. Apple is a very luxurious, top-end customer, um, mainly a top-end customer phone lineup. Yeah, they have some budget phones here and there. They got the iPhone SE. That was, but their phones are usually pretty expensive. But Samsung, they just hit such a wide range of people. They've got their flagships, which are the really expensive phones, and they've got their budget lineup, and they've got their mid-range lineup. Then they've got like their experimental lineup. For example, the Samsung Z Fold lineup. They're just such a diverse company. but their budget lineup is really impressive because they can cut costs, but it doesn't interfere with the user experience and the UI that the user uses as much as other companies. Other companies give you these insane budget cuts, but they also, give up some very important features in the phone that a day-to-day user is really going to need, such as they give you a trash camera, or they give you trash materials, or they give you a trash display, or there's just that one thing about the phone that's just utter trash. Like, it's just really bad. Samsung, now I'm not saying Samsung is like the god among men, god among cell phone companies. They have these phones too, but their A lineup, I really really like their A lineup. If you didn't know, their A lineup is actually their budget lineup. Their budget phones are, like the A12, A21, A51, A02s, A01. That's, if it has an A in front of the name, then it's part of their budget lineup. So I really like what they're doing there, because on their very budget phones, they still give the user a good experience, but of course they can't give the user the best experience, because if they're saving money, they're gonna have to cut corners here and there. But my favorite phone that just came out in 2020, um, not 2020, sorry, 2021, and the phone that I'm gonna be getting is the Samsung A12. Now, I did a bunch of scouring upon the internet. I'm getting a new phone. So I was like, okay, I need to find a good phone. I need to find a phone. So I scoured the internet for like 3 or 4 months. And at first I was stuck on the iPhone SE. Then I hopped on board to the Samsung A51. Then I went to I went to some other different phone. Then I went to like a Motorola phone, and then doing all this, I landed on the A12. And I'm gonna tell you why. The A12 is such a good phone for its price. It's $180 on Amazon right now, so it's a sub 200 phone. And at sub 200, you can't expect the best stuff, but it just crushes like a lot of the other phones that are in that price range. Um, it has an Infinity V display, which is kind of disappointing. In 2021, maybe Samsung could have done something better there, but it's whatever. It's okay. But Samsung hasn't completely destroyed you. Like, nothing's trash. Everything is fair and balanced. Yeah, it's an Infinity V display, but it's not terrible. Um, yeah, it's not, doesn't have like the best cameras, but it doesn't affect the user, and that's what I loved about it. And it has things that flagships don't these days. First of all, it has a charger in the box, has a power adapter in the box, so you have that. It has a headphone jack, you have that. And it has a fingerprint scanner on the power button, and these three things the iPhone 12 didn't have. You know, like a lot of high-end flagships, they don't have these features that the A12 did. And so why did I pick such a cheap smartphone and didn't get, a high-end, amazing looking smartphone? Um, First of all, I wanted my budget to be sub 400. And what am I gonna do on the phone? Uh, Text my friends, call my friends, maybe watch some YouTube videos, maybe do some very light gaming. Nothing too bad because I have a setup already to do my gaming on. Um, Maybe browse some social media. So maybe post some pictures on social media. So for all of these things, I don't need a really expensive, like, this phone got everything done, and it gave me things that I didn't even expect to be in that sub 200 budget. Again, the fingerprint scanner on the power button, that's what sold me. It has facial recognition as well. It sold me. Like, that was what, like, I was going to get the A02s, but the A02s, it's cheaper, but it misses out on the fingerprint sensor. But that's why I decided on paying a little bit extra for the A12, is because of that fingerprint sensor. And it's just an amazing phone. and I really love it. And I really, really, really love Samsung for what they're doing with their A lineup. Venmo. It's probably a I said Vame. It's probably a name you have not heard of very much, but it's a big company. It is a company that deals in the transaction of money. It's a company that is owned by PayPal, and PayPal's like a huge company, like the big boss of transferring money and digital online currency. So it's owned by PayPal, but it's in a little bit of a tricky spot right now. Venmo is actually under investigation uh, after the Consumer Protection Agency was they reported them for unauthorized collection practices. So apparently it had something to do when a user sends money or does a transaction, but the transaction does not get authorized long like as soon as the user uses it. Okay, I'm speaking like some foreign language here. I'm going to put it very simple. Basically, the user makes a transaction, okay? But for some reason, the transaction is not immediate. It stays within the user's account for a long time. And that long time, something fishy goes on, and that's what the Consumer Protection Agency or the CPA is right now investigating, like what's going on there. And the parent company, PayPal, they also received a bit of scrutiny about its collection methods. So that probably extended to Venmo. They were like, okay, PayPal owns Venmo. Um, we gotta go check. We gotta go check out Venmo too. So, if you're using Venmo, just watch out for that. Watch out for any bugs and just be careful with your money. Talking about money and cryptocurrency, I'm sure you've heard of Bitcoin. I'm sure you've heard of Bitcoin. I mean, literally, it's huge. It's like is the biggest name in cryptocurrency, but all the benefits that cryptocurrency has, it also has that many downsides. One of the downsides is that it's online. This may seem like such a good thing, Oh, Bitcoin's online, isn't that cool? It's a cryptocurrency. It's technology. It's technology. It's amazing, but there's some things that well are on the bad side when you come to cryptocurrency. For example, a German man used a Bitcoin mining software to steal around $60 million off of people's computers illegally. So he made a pretty good amount of cash. He made $60 million. And the police caught him. The German police caught him, and they seized his wallet. They grabbed it. But those $60 million, they ain't going there. You know why? Because the guy who stole it, he's not sharing his password. The police cannot get into his Bitcoin account because the man won't share his password. Really? There's $60 million just lying there, and the police can't get into it because he probably forgot his password, or he's simply not giving it to him to kind of like give them a message like, haha, in your face, you caught me, but you're not going to get the money back. $60 million, guys, that's a few bucks. That's a little bit of money. That's a little bit of cash. Like, come on. Like, they literally cannot get that bucket load of money. And just imagine what 60 million could do for charity or hospitals or something like that. But no, they can't get it because it's in this guy's wallet and he forgot the password. Now, this isn't the only case like this. There have been many cases like this. And on the article I was reading, it actually said that around 20% of all Bitcoin in existence today is locked away in wallets or lost passwords. 20% of all the Bitcoin in existence of this day. That is a bucket load of money. If this man has, and he's just one person, and he has $60 million locked in an account, I'm well sure that 20% goes well into the hundred millions. 20% of all Bitcoin could easily go into the hundred millions. There's like there's 100 million, more than $100 million sitting on the internet right now, but they can't be unlocked because the users forgot their passwords, or they simply won't share them or something like that. Come on. I mean, when I read the article, I was like, what, can't the police just like hack into his account? But then obviously Bitcoin, the whole agency and everything, they've made sure that wallets and stuff can be easily hacked. So the police are running into the a problem that a lot of other hackers have run into. It's just that the large amount of firewalls and the strength of those firewalls are disenabling them to get into the wallets and get the money back. So it's either they painstakingly make their way into the account through code and hacks, or the man shares his password, which he probably won't, and he's probably sitting in his cell right now feeling so smug. He's like, they caught me, but they couldn't catch what I caught. Think about that. Think about that for a moment. Just think about it. Okay, stop thinking about it now. Myanmar, now I was not sure how to pronounce this name. It's Myanmar, so I looked it up, and it's also called Burma. You've probably heard of Burma. It's a country in Asia, I think. Yeah, it's a country in Asia. And a lot of stuff is going on with their government right now. In a recent coup that happened, the military seized power over the government. And the residents, they didn't like that, And so what did they do? They turned to the one thing that they have to truly make their voice heard from the government that's controlling them that they don't like, and to the rest of the world as a plea and a call. Social media. They turned to social media, started posting pictures and comments to get a message across, and to actively seek help from other countries and whatnot. And then the new government's like, no. You're not doing this. Okay, you're not gonna expose us like this. So you know what they do? They ban Instagram and Twitter, and this has happened before in Burma. This actually happened first with Facebook, and then Facebook was banned, and then now following it is Instagram and Twitter. Basically what they were doing is that the residents, they were posting pictures of a three-fingered salute, which shows their resistance and their hate towards the new government and blah 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 blah. So it just shows what's going on in our world right now, and how social media is impacting the world. Unfair stuff like this, unfair justice, the world is going to catch on to it quick because of social media. So, social media has its ups and downs. Staying on the topic of social media, not really, but kind of, have you ever heard of Michael Burry? There was a movie made about him called The Big Short, and he is a very, very big brain investor. And he became rich after he predicted the falling of the U.S. housing market. So he's an investor, and a few years ago he predicted that there was going to be a huge shortage in the U.S. housing market, and so he shorted his money that he was investing into it, and he made a bunch of money. And now guess what he's saying? He's saying that guys, I'm super big brain, so listen to me. Okay, I predicted this huge $1 million failing of an investment a few years ago, and it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. And this is no little company. This is no little market. He's targeting Tesla. He's targeting Elon Musk. He says that Tesla and Elon Musk are gonna go down just like that other market did. And let me tell you, man, Michael Burry, you got guts. You have guts, my man. You have told so many, and it looks like the market is just going up for Tesla. You know, they're approaching $900 per share. $900 per share. That's crazy. Okay, so now a lot of people, you know, back then they were like, "Oh, you're crazy to start shorting your money like this." And I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then he became rich. And now again, people are saying, "Man, you're like stupid. You know, this is not gonna happen." You know, he's like, "Okay, okay, but you know, last time it did happen, and I became rich. You didn't. So who should you be listening to, and who should I be listening to?" So you know, he's got that like kind of cocky attitude. He's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm the big kid here. I'm the big kid on the playground. You know, so you should listen to me." So he's like, Tesla's going down. So he started withdrawing money. He started shorting Tesla just like he did with the housing market. And he said that yeah, Tesla's graph is all green. I mean, it's going up, but that's what happened to the market that I shorted a few years ago. It was going up, 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 and then it just plummeted. And he's like, "Look, that's gonna happen to Tesla too. Tesla's also gonna go up, 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 and then plummet as well." But there's another billionaire investor named, okay, please, forgive me if I say his name wrong. Chamath Palihapitiya. He's a billionaire investor, and he says otherwise. He says that Tesla stock is gonna triple. It's gonna triple. And when it does, it's gonna make Elon Musk the world's first business trillionaire. First business trillionaire, not first trillionaire, because Mansa Musa was actually the world's first trillionaire. If you didn't know who he was a very, very rich African king. I think he was a king of like Mali or like, oh, hold on. What was Mansa Musa the king of? Mali, yeah. He was the king of Mali, and he was super duper rich. He was a trillionaire. His net worth was in the trillions. But apparently, if Chamath Palihapitiya is correct and Tesla stock does triple, Elon Musk will become the world's first business trillionaire. Now, just before I end, I wanted to just touch on Ford is pouring investments into the electric car market. They are doubling their investments on electric cars and their contributions to it up to about $29 billion. So Ford is like, "Hey, there's something going on here. There's something going on. You know, the electric car market is going up. It's going up." And you know, if you have the money, I say invest in some stock. General Motors stock is pretty affordable. I don't know about Ford's, but Nissan's was pretty affordable. General Motors was pretty affordable. You got to be pretty rich if you want to afford Tesla stock. You know, they're approaching the $900 mark, but is whatever. It's whatever. You know, so the electric car market's gonna boom. You know, if you ask me, I see in 2025 all electric car company stocks are gonna be at least above $100. That's what I think. That's what I think. Now, I'm not an experienced investor. I'm not well versed in this, but that's what I think. That's just my personal opinion. Thank you so much, everybody, if you stayed all the way to the end for watching this video. I really, really love all of my subscribers, all of the people who watch my video. I truly, truly do. Even though I may not know all of your names, I still very, very much appreciate you watching this video, and anything else you'll do to this video. You know, comment, subscribe, give it a like, turn on the bell notification, everything. YouTube statistics show that only two people are subscribed to my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, you better go down and subscribe. You know, let's make that 2 go up to 10 by the end of this month. That's my goal. By the end of this month, 10 subscribers. Help me reach that goal. Thank you everybody for watching Tech Explain Tech News. I'm your host, Sid Pan, signing out. Peace.